Hello y'all, this is Matt. I'm heading down for my weekend adventure to a wilderness, the Hercules Glades Wilderness Area. Very excited, going down for 2 nights. It's Saturday morning at 10:17, it's 33 degrees, and I got about another 2-hour drive ahead of me. So I'm very excited. I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce my trip. I packed everything up, got it in the back there. I weighed my pack without the water. It was 30 pounds, a little on the heavy side, but that's okay. It's only 2 nights. My plan is to put in no more than 10 miles for the whole trip. So I'm not too worried about the weight. My current plan is to park at the Coy Bald trailhead. I'm gonna parking lot, and at the trailhead I'm going to head north and do sort of a loop. And my goal is to come back around on Sunday night, and camp at the top of Coy Bald. So that's my current plan. The trailhead parking lot, I think it only holds like 4 cars. So hopefully other people won't take advantage of the warmer weekend, the warmer weather, and take up all the parking spots by the time I get there. So hopefully not. We'll see. In the event that the parking lot is full, then I will drive around to the other side of the wilderness. It's only about a 20-minute drive to the Tower Trailhead and park there. There's plenty of parking spaces there. Adventure awaits, and I'm really looking forward to it. There it is. So that's the looks like they might have had some rain here. I think this is typical. This little bridge with the water coming over. I do remember that from before. And here we are. We're about to hit the dirt road section. And I remember getting turned around up here because I thought the place I was headed was not where I was supposed to go. And we come to this part, you turn right. Yeah, there's some standing water, so well, it's cold too. Yeah, this is what I remember. To the right looks like a little place, a pullover, but I don't think that's forest land. Forest Service land. So anyway, you go up this little hill. There's a couple of steeper ones up here that I recall, and I only have a front wheel drive, but I should get up this part. Yep, there's like cross an old fence or pass through an old fence. This is what definitely threw me off, because I was not used to this kind of approach to a trailhead. But anyway, this is the right way to go if you're coming down here and you're like, is this the right way to go? The map's telling me to, my GPS is telling me to. And so anyway, you are going in the right direction. Here's this tall, you gotta get a little bit of momentum going. Oh, come on now. There you go. Obviously not maintained. Alright, then it kind of levels out. Okay, so let's check in over here. Anyway, this is Wilderness Glades. Right here, there it is. So, this is what I was talking about. Trailhead. I'm going to go up this way, all the way around. There's the pilot knob. I'd like to try that. See what that's all about. Come all the way down to around here. I've camped over in this area before, and I'll probably camp here. The falls are down here somewhere. So then tomorrow I'm going to come around, and then here's Coy Bald right there. So I want to camp somewhere in this area, and then it's just right there. That's it. The car is locked. It's time to go hiking. time to go backpacking. All right. So it is 1:40. About 40 minutes later than my. I'd hoped to actually be on the trail by 12:30, but I'm going to realize that my little plans never work out like that. Turn sideways. Whoop, wrong direction. There we go. So, all right. 1:40, hit the trail. I think the technical, that's a trailhead, but anyway, it splits up here. There's another family that's, I think they have about a 30-minute head start. And some youngsters and a couple, I don't know if they're all family, but anyway. The kids look like they're excited, and actually kind of reminded me of when I got into, actually reminded me of my very first backpacking trip when I was about 13. It was a Boy Scout trip. And that has forever, I credit that as the weekend that I fell in love with backpacking. When it comes to water and warmth, you know, I got at least 2 pounds of long johns on here. There we go. There's a shot of it. I don't know how much from the back you can get. I got 2 pounds of long johns and I think, what is it? 2 pounds for a liter of water, so I got 6 pounds of water. I can feel it. I'm a little out of breath just because I'm talking and getting like that. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off because the trail awaits and the trail beckons me. And I don't know if you can see that. There's a little fence. It's got wilderness on it. So it's time to get to it. I'll see y'all there. It looks like this is the first part of the trail. I just turned left at the trailhead. Beautiful. There's no wind. It's cool, close to cold, and I'm just super excited about this weekend. Here's the creek crossing. That don't look too bad. I think it's doable. Boy, it's been raining a lot. I think I might be singing a different tune. This looks shallow enough I can get across without too much trouble. It picks up over there. I think, yep, right there. There's Long Creek. And winds around the bend over there. I'm going to, oh wait. I was about to backflush with dirty water. That's not gonna work. Another reason I bring this Nalgene is nice, big, open mouth. When it's backflushing time. Actually, I'm not going to backflush it so much as just wet it, get it ready. Alright. Sawyer Mini. Alright, so in theory, open the slide. I actually had some trouble with the slide when I first got it. This lady told me to take this plastic part and kind of go back and forth like you're cracking a ice cube tray. I'll be darned if it didn't work. Alright, so open it. So let's see. So, I've not really tried this in the wild yet, so I'm still getting used to it. Well, there you go. Didn't take very long. And you fold it. There you go. Guess you have to be kind of careful. Yep. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna drink some because I'm thirsty. Oh man, the water's nice and cold. There we go. Okay. Takes a little getting used to because this end, look at that. You can hang it to a tree, let gravity do its work. Oh, there you go. Hang it to a tree and let gravity do its job. So this part, getting them out, it's definitely it's very stiff on this end, and it's kind of hard to keep open. So I think it's going to take some practice, and unfortunately I have kind of small ones. So there you go. Anyway, water break time, and I'm trying to do better about taking breaks. So that's what I want to do. I was hiking along and thinking to myself, it's getting late. It is 4:25. The sun will set pretty soon. There it is. And it's going to get dark, and it'll get real cold, and I'm up. I was kind of hiking up. Not where I planned to be or where my hope was, but that's okay. Tomorrow I'll just make for a long hike tomorrow. So I'm hiking along, and I just, see, this is why I want to be more mindful. I was sort of in the moment, hiking along. I just sort of casually looked up, and I saw what I thought was, it didn't seem to be a sort of a natural rock formation, so I hiked up to where it was, and it was a fire ring, which is over there. And I thought, oh wow, this is a beautiful spot. I like to be kind of off the trail, so this one was a little close to the trail, but I mean, I have since uncovered some. There's a fire ring. Anyway, this is the little area, and there's one right over there too. Let's see if I can get mine there. Those rocks right there, I'll walk over there. But anyway, and it just opens up to what I believe this is called a glade. I mean, it is Hercules Glades, but I think this is a glade. Glades are usually rock outcrops, so this is more grassy. Anyway, and so the sun is setting over there, which means the sun will rise over there somewhere. And it's got trees, and I'm up pretty much. I think this is the top of Pilot Knob. And where's this other spot? Here it is. Oh yeah, this one looks pretty good too. So I thought to myself, or I had to make a decision. Am I going to try to push on to get where I want to be, or what I planned, or should I just stop now and enjoy where I'm at, and maybe even put a fire together, because I was thinking like I wasn't going to get a fire going because it was going to be dark. And now I just have this wonderful little spot, this whole area up here all by myself, and I'm pretty stoked. I still think I'm going to do this spot up here, just because, I don't know, I kind of like, sometimes I like being under trees, and sometimes I like to be out in the open. When I'm up at the top of a knob or a bald or a mountain, I like to be like in a clearing. I don't know, something about that that's very appealing. So we'll see. All right, ladies and germs, I think I found my spot. Scouting around. I wanted to be out in the open, but out in the open is all rocky, and I would have had to do a fair amount of clearing. Instead, I found me this little spot here. I don't know if you can see this. I talked about having my sleeping bag. There's a sleeping bag compartment at the bottom, and I'm like, if I want to get something first, I want to get my tent. Well, here you go. Boom, tent. Actually, I need that part first. And then the sleeping bag's right behind it. So you do what you want. looks like it's kind of on a, well, from where I stand, it always looks like it's on like this severe angle, but I think once I get in there, it didn't seem like it was all that bad. I wondered what I would do if somehow I left like the tent poles at home. I'd probably still climb under there. I mean, it's got a, you know, it's a mesh top, so I probably still, I don't think I'd go home over it. Especially if I didn't realize it until I got up here and it's, you know, almost dark. I'm not gonna take that 2.5 hour hike back to the car. I thought about that. I could probably fashion, you know, get some sticks and fashion some way to kind of raise it up a little bit, or at least get the rain fly on top of it. All right. There it is. All right, it is. I don't know what time it is. Forgot to look before I started recording. I'm holding this in my hands because it's too cold to do it with the tripod. Anyway, this is my morning. Waiting on the sunrise. The moon is still up. And it is cold. I got every piece of clothing on, but I'm alright. Got me a hot cup of coffee. Just gonna wait for the sunrise. Good morning. Alright, so I had to bust out the wide brimmed hat because I'm walking right into the sun. Pretty sure I'm going in the right direction. I think I checked it before I left, but I'll find out soon enough. Anyway, it's really beautiful, like I said, out here. And it's a nice little trail. It might be hard to see because of the sun, but a couple of things. Last night I slept really well. It was, I think, probably got down to about 32, would be my guess, but it was really breezy. And I had wool socks, underwear, and this thing. This is one of my base layers on, and that's it. That was it, and a hat. I just now noticed the view up here, or before the view is pretty spectacular. The little clearing that I'm in, very small little clearing. The trail's up there again with the sun in the way. That is from whence I came, and yeah, beautiful view between the trees. Down there, some of the mountains off in the distance. So, day 2. I got a lot of hiking ahead of me, so I'm gonna hit the road, and I'll check in with you guys later. hungry. I want to show my, what is this? Trekology, the UZ Light, I think. My chair. I finally, after a while, I'm 54, almost 55, tired of the constant getting up and squatting down for things like eating and some other stuff, taking breaks, and not having any place to sit, using my foam pad to sit on stuff, always having to find a rock. So I knew about camping chairs, so I looked into it, and Trekology had one. There's a bunch of them out there. Anyway, as you can see, I'm putting it together. I really like this chair. It's very comfortable. It is not a sit up and do stuff kind of chair. It's a kick back and relax and eat, drink kind of chair. So this is my chair. Now, pay attention, the UZ Light, that one, I am fairly certain that the weight limit on that is 200 pounds. So if you're smaller stature like myself, there you go. If you're over 200, get the Trekology sells another brand or another version of this one. So anyway, that didn't work out all that well. It is trail mix time. So I buy Mountain House trail mix from Walmart. You can watch me pop a squat. Oh yeah. Outside of it being a little cold right now, this is like perfect. Because it is damn comfortable when you've been hiking. Alright, see you later. Alright, I made it to the top of that hill. Now I'm hungry. So I'm not gonna do a sort of a whole thing of what, filming me eat my lunch, but then I was like, I did come up here to film. That was part of the reason coming on this trip, because I want to get better at it. But I'm still not gonna film my lunch. But I did want to show you my surroundings. This is my dining room right now. The trail's right down there, and I just kind of looked up and to the left and found me this little spot. There's my gear. So I'm just gonna park my chair right over here, eat some lunch, take a break, and then hit the trail, because I'm pretty sure I'm making really good time today. It's not as hilly here as I thought. On the other side was, I don't know if it was any more hilly or not, but I'm making good time today, so I'm happy about that. All right, lunchtime. See you later. The way I was coming up, I thought I might see a little pond right there. said to myself I wasn't going to take any more pictures or videos for a while. I can just enjoy the hike, but can't pass this up. Beautiful. I've had a hell of a time finding a spot today. For tonight. The spot I had on the map turned out to not work out. I thought there was either a trail going up or it'd be clear, and it wasn't. I was scouting around over there. There's too many. It just didn't feel right. And I knew I had passed several campsites, places other people had camped out. So I started backtracking, and I found one. I thought, this one looks cool. And I was like, oh, you know what? I remember that other one further down. It was really cool. It overlooked a valley with the mountains on the other side. I said, I've never done that before. Let's do that. I got to hiking. It was kind of a little, I was going. Felt a little longer than I remember. And I got to thinking, which is usually my problem, is that I get to thinking. And I concluded that being on the edge of wasn't a cliff, but on that ridge with rain and up to 30-mile-an-hour winds coming in, maybe that wasn't the best location. I don't know. I've never done it before. But it just seemed to me, and I don't know what direction the wind's coming from, but it seems to me if it's blowing in that general direction from the valley, I'm going to be fighting the wind all night long. And I don't mind a little flapping in the breeze, but I ultimately concluded that I wanted to go somewhere else because I was thinking about it and thinking about it, thinking about it too much. So I went back to that spot, and I saw a tree that I didn't like. 30-mile-an-hour winds. I'm like, I don't want to take a chance. So I knew I'd pass some more. So now I head and back towards the car, basically, towards where I had started out before I backtracked. Now I'm backtracking again. I'm backtracking the backtrack, and came across a clearing, which is where I'm at now. And the first one right down over there, I was like, this is not going to work. There's way too much rocks, like big rocks. And I got up here. I saw this, and I got up here, and I said, this is it. I don't see any suspicious trees. There's one over there that may be a little suspicious, but I think I'm far enough away from it. And I said, this is it. Then I started looking around, and I see more that make me nervous. You know. So I'm going to have to camp somewhere. So, I mean, I might walk down over there a little bit just to scout it out. But this general area, I'm going to find me a spot. I don't care what it takes. And the other thing about the other two is that they were close to the trail. And I don't know, even though the first night I was kind of close to the trail, I just didn't realize it. But I still felt like I was kind of hidden. Like right up against the trail, I feel exposed, and it's just, I don't know. Either way, I don't know. Right now, by myself, don't like camping right near the trail. Maybe I'll get over it. I don't know. But I'm hungry. It's almost 5 o'clock, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do dinner now and then set up, or I think I'm just going to snack and then set up, and then I'll eat later. That way my dinner will last longer. So there you go. Good morning. It is 7:47. It's a little later than I had wanted to, but I tell you what, I have a hard time getting out of the tent when I'm comfortable, or getting out of my sleeping bag. I have a hard time getting up. I went to bed about 8 o'clock. I was wiped out. And man, I was asleep in a matter of minutes. In and out most of the night. I had to pee just the one time. And anyway, so I keep telling myself I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock. I want to get going, and 6 o'clock rolls around, especially in the wintertime when it's still dark at 6. Anyway, that's a little ramble on. So this is what sort of my little spot is. I didn't really get a chance to show it last night. I talked about having a hard time finding a spot, mostly just because of what was I talking about? Oh yeah, having a hard time finding a spot. It's all in my head. I was thinking about it just before I turned the camera on, that I definitely look for this ideal spot, and I get frustrated if I don't feel like I find it. But then I got to thinking on the other hand. So in other words, got to be like, nice level, not too unlevel. And I don't mind the out in the open, but I do find that I like to be feeling like nestled, which is sort of what my setup is here, like nestled in the trees. I like that feeling. Feels kind of comforting. But anyway, so I obsess about it. And yesterday I was walking to a spot and I think I talked about that double back. Finally, I just said, you know what? It's getting late. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. I need to just find a spot. So I came up here and I said, this is it. And it turned out to be a great spot. So let me show you what I got here. So the trail is down there somewhere. So I came up here. This was my setup for the night, for last night. As you can see, this is what I like. I'm nestled in the woods. And there was a little clearing right here, which I was kind of thinking about, but the ground is really rocky, and you can see I started trying to clear a spot. And one of the trees back there got me a little concerned because I don't really know how strong 30-mile-an-hour winds are. I don't want no tree falling on me in the middle of the night. So that's something that I'm not as experienced at, is when you're looking at dead trees and widowmakers and stuff like that, how much, and wind gusts, so I guess I'd just rather not sleep near a tree that I think might have the possibility of falling over. When you walk through the woods, and the trail and the woods are littered with trees that have fallen over, it kind of gets you wondering like how hard it is or how easy it is for these old trees to fall over. Anyway, all right, so that's that. Just like I said, just had coffee, and now my plan is I'm going to pack everything up, and then I'm going to eat breakfast, which is oatmeal again, and then I'm gonna head home. It's been a great adventure, and it's had its challenges like they always do, but I love getting out here in the woods. I like talking about it too, so that's why I'm doing these videos. But I also got to thinking that I have a trip coming up. I'm gonna go see my mom, and so I probably won't be backpacking as much. Maybe a couple of overnighters up to Crowder, because that's a little closer. So when I go on my adventures, I'll record them and put them on YouTube. Oh. One, two, three, four, five, six. Right. Yeah, it should be six right. Oh, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't want to spend 10 minutes trying to wrap these things up when I'm tired and I'm hungry. I want to go home. well, I guess the first order of business is getting rid of this, taking this thing off. So I love this. This has been great for my sleeping system, but I definitely, my next upgrade is a air mattress that well, I don't need this anymore. I mean, I like having it, but I find that the only thing I use it now for is for sleep. So I want to upgrade and get a good air mattress. Right now with the chair, I don't really have a need for that anymore. So she's been good. Maybe I'll pass it down to my kids. Well, neither one of them seem to be interested in backpacking, so maybe their kids will want it. All right, I've had a great trip. I'm not going to worry about recording when I get back to the trail back to my car, because I'm sure I'm just going to want to pack my stuff up and go. All right, wilderness. I was about to say Wilderness Glades. Hercules Glades Wilderness Area. That's my second trip. Still love it. I still think it's awesome. It's rugged, but actually this part of it wasn't as rugged as last time I was here, and not as bad as Piney Creek. And from what I remember of Patty Creek? I forget the name of the other one. Patty Creek Wilderness, I think. And I still want to get to Bell Mountain, and it's not nearly as bad as Tom Sock, that stretch of the Ozark Trail, for sure. Okay, I'm signing off. I had a great trip. I'll see y'all next time.